Key, are you ready? Bayou Diva, let them know that you're ready. It's Thursday night, they at it again. You got it locked into the ladies then. It's Lady K, Kiki too, plus the Bayou Diva. You know how they do. From breaking news to favorite foods. See what's poppin' in the city, hot topics too. Advice for your issues if you need to grab a tissue. Just wait to a break, they may say something that'll fit you. Amazing guests live on set. You can laugh to your heart's content. They appreciate the love cause it's truly a blessing. My name's Saga Boss and I approve this message.
Ain't no room for hating, enjoy the entertainment. You are locked in to the ladies' den. So there's no confusion, they love what they're doing. You are locked in to the ladies' den.
The Ladies Den, Thursday nights, 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tell them Saga sent you.
It's official. It has started. It's the Ladies' Den.
Nisa, your screen looks split. Is it just me that see it like that?
Yeah.
Okay. Really?
Yeah. What you mean?
Okay, hold on. So I'm gonna take a picture and put it in a group and show you what I'm seeing.
What did I do with my phone, y'all?
So let me see. So you can see what I'm seeing on my end. Oh shit. Sorry.
No, you're not.
But you know, I'm really not. I'm trying to be nice. What's up, y'all? Thank y'all for tuning in to the Ladies' Den. Did you get it, Nisa?
What's that?
Look into our group messages, and I sent you a picture of what I see on your end, what yours is showing me. It's like a split screen.
That looks weird as shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing.
Let me see what Facebook is seeing. What it look like on Facebook.
But anyway, y'all, welcome to the Ladies' Den while we figure out why I'm the only one seeing my sis got two faces, one up, one down, that ain't matching, you know.
Yeah. No, it's regular. It's regular on our page.
Wow. I don't know why it's showing like that. Kiki, as you can see, Kiki's is fine. Yours is, I don't know.
You trying to say something?
I don't know.
You trying to tell me something? You think I'm two-faced? Is that what you trying to say?
I don't know. It just ain't adding up.
But nobody ain't said nothing to nobody.
It ain't adding up. Well, let's see if anybody else sees it that way. So listen, y'all, we have a special guest tonight at any rate, but he has an amazing, absolutely delicious wines. And I just happen to have one right here. And he's also one of the official sponsors for the Ladies' Den, Sips Out. Yes. And this is one of his wines. I have not tried this one yet. So tonight's going to be the first night that I try. I've been saving it for the ladies, but
I like that one.
Here, and he's on tonight, we got to represent. So I'm going to represent for the Ladies' Den all
Absolutely.
Absolutely. So how y'all day been, ladies? Tell me about y'all day. What's going on?
Today was a good day.
Today was a good day?
No issues, no problems, no concerns.
All right. You ain't have to choke a bitch. Okay, that's good. What's up, Nisa? No. How was your day?
You know, these days it's just I just wake up and I'll be like, oh, I'm up. Okay, let me get to work.
Oh, this is a red. I'm not really a red wine girl, but I'm gonna try it. Let's try a little.
It says sweet red.
Is it sweet?
Yeah.
Oh, it does say sweet red wine. And all of these wines are vegan, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. Vegan, vegetarian. Yep. Mm-hmm. So let me try this one. Let's see. I might have to drink a little more on this. The jury out on this one.
My favorite one. My favorite one is the sangria one.
Don't you have a bottle, Kiki?
Not anymore.
Oh, you
It's sweet, but for me, it has that little kick on the end, and I don't like that. If it's sweet, I want the sweetness all the way through.
All the way through, yeah.
Not saying that it's a bad wine. You have to try it for yourself. We only try it and tell you what we think and how we feel. But just know I'm going to drink it. It's good, but I don't like the little bite on the end. But when you're drinking it, if first you taste the sweetness, you can taste the berries that's in here, which I really love. I love to taste my berries in my sweet wine. So you can taste the berries in it. But like after you swallow, it's like a little eek, like a little kick. I don't like that. But like it's good.
I like them all.
So
my plan, which one is that?
This is Abundance.
Oh, okay.
So he has names for his wine that are like life things that you want in life. Like I want abundance. That's why I bought this. I want abundance. Yeah. It's been in my wine cooler for about 3-4 months now. It's been in the wine cooler for about 4 months now.
You good.
She said she was waiting on us.
I was waiting. We actually have another bottle of Abundance in there. I have 2. So yeah, it's good. Y'all go out and try it. This is Abundance, all vegan wine, sponsored by Sip South. There's information on the back how you can get it, but Mr. Dennis will tell you tonight how you can get it and how you can order from him.
Yup.
And we might just give away a bottle of Sip South tonight. You never know. Let me see how I'm feeling. We might just give away a bottle to somebody. And we'll give away a bottle. Nisa, I'm gonna bring your shoes with me tomorrow. But we'll give away a bottle of wine.
Okay.
So
that seems like a plan.
What time is he coming on, Nisa?
I told him to come on in when he felt like it.
Sounds good to me.
So hopefully.
Sounds good to me. So y'all, for anybody who haven't got your tickets yet,
and voila.
Well, let me go ahead and finish this though. But for anybody who have not gotten your tickets yet to the Don't Kill Me, the Ageless Beauty Prom, I'm not gonna tell you what year because I don't remember. But the Ageless Beauty Prom sponsored by Tina Bridges of TLA. This year, thank you, boo. This year she's doing the sneaker edition. So, ladies, let me tell you, leave your heels at home. You don't need your heels. Don't even bring a purse. You know, because when you wearing your tennis shoes, you ain't got no purse. You ain't really trying to hold no purse. So, you know, stick it in your little bra or in your little corset you're going to be wearing.
Why everything got to be little? Why got to be little?
I mean, well, your big bra.
Why you have to call me out like that?
Look, stick it in your big bra and your big corset and all your big stuff.
Look at Dennis. He's like, what in the hell?
Stick it in all of that.
He should have waited a little while longer. If he waited a little while longer.
Listen, when I tell you we are gonna be in the house, me and my wife is gonna be in the house, and we coming for the best dress award. You know what I'm saying? The best dress award. So let me tell you, you want to be in the house because we don't come out too much, but she coming out. She is coming out, and we gonna have a good time. So if you ain't got your tickets, you still got time to get tickets. Hit up Tina Bridges, hit up Kiki, hit up Nisa, whoever you know in TLA, or just hit the link and get your tickets. Y'all don't want to miss this. It's gonna be fun.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, Dennis, you just missed. We are drinking. I am drinking on Abundance tonight.
That's a good one.
It's a good one. It is good. I like it. I can taste the berries. I can taste the sweetness. But for me, it's got a little bite on the end, and I don't like the bite. But
It's
I
that
like
blood
the one.
orange. The blood
Huh?
orange is giving you the bite.
Huh?
The big orange.
The blood orange is giving you the bite.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
But it's
But
still good. It's
you
still
still need
delicious.
the bag though. It's supposed to give you the bag. That's why it's abundance.
Right. But that's why I'm gonna drink this whole bottle. That's why I'm gonna drink the whole bottle. I don't know about tonight. Well, then maybe I don't know. I don't know.
You
But
can
for our
easily
viewers,
Oh,
we're gonna figure out a way to give away a bottle, which I will purchase from you, but we'll give it away to one of the viewers tonight.
That'll
We're
be
gonna
dope.
figure out how we're gonna do it. I don't know how we're gonna do it, but we'll figure it out.
Maybe if they can tell us where each one of the Third Coast members are from.
Oh,
Oh, yes. Now
that's
that's a good.
good.
Well, they know they're gonna remember mine, but I don't know about yours.
But they don't know. They don't. They might not know. They know
They may
yours.
not know. Okay. Well, let me go on here and add this in so these people can
Yeah, yo.
I'm trying to think because I sure don't know either.
You don't. What?
Third Coast is in the building.
In the building.
Oh, that's a good one, Kiki. They don't know. They don't know. They don't pay attention that much.
Well,
Should.
that means they need to start paying attention.
They really
A little
should.
bit.
Because we talk
Well,
about
they
it.
better if they want this nice bottle of wine. Like I tasted 3. I don't even remember the other ones I've had, but I love them. So
Like I
I
said, my
didn't
favorite
all
one
of
is
them.
this, my favorite. Yeah, all of them, but my favorite is that sangria one.
now I have not tried the
Good,
sangria one yet.
We
red
still, well, we left the bottle
No,
at your
the
own
white
studio.
one.
The white one.
Yes.
Yeah, what one did we have at the studio, Nisa?
We had, it was a smaller bottle and then it
Sangria.
was a big bottle. So we had the, and we didn't open the sangria. So
Yeah,
if
we
it-
didn't.
if they haven't touched it, it is still in the refrigerator.
Charlotte's probably still in there. I wish you'd have told me I'd have got our damn wine out that refrigerator.
I didn't. I just thought about it. When you
Oh,
said
I'm going over there tomorrow. I'm going to get my wine now. I'm going
Yeah.
to get it.
because we
And
never
if they
opened
drink it, they're going to pay for it. How much was that bottle?
That was only 15 because that's the same wine you got. But
Okay,
it's mixed with
it's okay.
agave.
He
So
he
it's
gonna pay
already-
for it. He gonna pay for it. Mhm.
Well,
If it's gone, he gonna pay for it.
Okay,
if it ain't gone, he can buy you another one and keep that one, right?
and there you have it.
Buy me another one and keep that one.
Yeah.
Mm-mm. He gonna pay for that one and buy another one. Cause what he know is that bottle was $30. Cause it's a vegan wine, so it was $30.
I'm gonna
I'm
say
gonna-
less.
I'm gonna need my coin.
Right, right.
Look, my cousin said, "Wait, what? I came in on Big Bra? Who? Not me." LOL. Listen.
Dennis, just so you know, we have to forewarn you. We are uncensored. What you see is what you get. So just tread lightly, sir.
Well, he
Tread
know us in
lightly,
real
Dennis.
life, so
I know, but this this is in a different realm. So
Yeah.
I'm in the
Yeah,
den.
yeah.
I'm in the den.
You
you
are
are
Yeah.
in the den. Yes.
You are.
Oh yeah. Oh my God.
You got him. He gone.
Right,
He
right, right.
gone. I was looking for mine. I'm like, where my pistol at?
Oh my God. This is so
Welcome
crazy.
to the Terror Dome.
Welcome to the terror. Nisa,
Welcome
introduce
to
our guest.
the
Introduce our
ladies'
guest.
den.
Okay.
So, yeah, go ahead.
ladies and gentlemen,
Oh,
Without further ado,
without further ado, I introduce to you Mr. Sip South
yes,
himself.
That's me.
yes.
Mr. And it took me a minute to remember what your actual name was, but we just called you Sip South.
Nobody knows my name.
Dennis Kearney, ladies and gentlemen.
Don't nobody know my name. I got to get an ID card that says Sip South.
You
Yeah.
really, yeah. Because it was like, and you know, Sip South, we already know who we talking about. We already know you. Okay,
mhm.
so I'm gonna say this. I asked you to come on. It's been a couple of weeks now because I was trying to time it right. The last time me, you, and Kiki were in the same building, and somehow we got on the conversation, a topic that you are an actual Native American.
Mm.
So that was a whole conversation.
Right,
So,
right.
For us Americans, they created the holiday that they call Thanksgiving. And up until maybe a couple of years ago, I can speak personally for me, like I thought about it, but not really about how that has to, especially when you end up talking about Black Americans and Black history and how other parts of the world, other cultures, communities, like when they learn about some of the stuff, they're like, you know, oh, and they kind of look at us in a different light, like, oh, okay, so y'all had stuff that happened that was totally different from what we know about for America. And it's like, yeah, we did. We're Black, we're not white. So for me, when I think about what, you know, Thanksgiving that we were taught in school of what the story is, of what it was, and the history, a couple of years ago, Native American Heritage Month popped up. I didn't realize it was a thing again until a couple of years ago. It's the whole month of November. This is the last day of November. And so, of course, the week after Thanksgiving. So I wanted you to come on and just talk to us a little bit about what it is to be a Native American in America, and what does Thanksgiving like? How was that even looked at? And like, what tribe are you from? Like, give us the whole background and history if you can, sir.
Oh yeah, I got you.
Okay.
Well, first, before you do that,
Okay.
just go over and tell people your name, where you're from, where you were born, and then go into your Native American history.
That's like all in the same conversation because
Okay.
I'm a military kid. So my name is Dennis Kearney II. The third is running around here somewhere. My dad, he'll be here this weekend. So all three generations still alive.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
My dad is an old Army sergeant. So he did multiple tours in Germany. So that's where I was born. I was born in Augsburg, Germany.
Okay.
And I did a lot of my education, like primary education was abroad, DODS, Department of Defense. So I was taught a different way than most people in America was.
Okay.
I've also seen things that a lot of people in America haven't seen.
Okay.
So, for example, churches in Germany, Madonna and Child, they Black. Over here, they white.
Right.
All the statues and the pictures that's on the stained glasses and all that stuff, them all Black folks over there. Over here, they're white. Now, certain churches, like we've been to the Disneyland church, we've been to, which is North Schweinstein, we've been to a lot of places, and they do have like non-melanated people. But when you go to the old sections, they're Black statues in there. So
What do you? I'm sorry. You said a Disneyland church. Is that just like a name of a church?
it's called North Schweinstein Castle, the Disneyland castle that you see when the movies come on.
Oh, okay.
That's actually a real place in Germany. And
Oh,
when you're in the military, they have all these like trips you can get for like $20. You just get on a bus and they go take you somewhere. So my mom and dad always took us places. So I've been to all the Black Forest, Garmisch, Grafenveer. My dad used to take me to work with him, and then he's a medic. So I kind of grew up in a military lifestyle, shooting guns early. My son got an AR at the age of 5 from my dad. Yeah, an AR at 5.
Wow.
We still we have fun. We have fun, and they live in the country, so we can just shoot in the backyard.
Right.
But with that said, it's like I had to learn 2 different educations. So you get the education that you were taught in abroad, then you come to North Carolina, it's a totally different education. So that goes into said, like you mentioned, this is Native American Heritage Month.
Right.
It's really not Native American Heritage Month. It's actually American Indian Heritage Month. Bush did that, and translations versus transliterations, they flipped it. There is a difference between a Native American and an American Indian.
Okay.
So when you look at the older definitions, it's not going to be like what you find on Google. It's probably past that. Webster's, one of them old printed books. It tells you that a Native American was originally coined as the original people of this land. Now it's used as a name for their ancestors.
Okay.
So we do have Native American in our blood, but we are American Indian. And what that means is my dad is Cherokee and Blackfoot. His mama is Blackfoot. His daddy is Cherokee. His mama is Blackfoot. Her dad is Cherokee and Saponi Indian. And our reservation is still here today. It's in Warren and Halifax County, North Carolina.
Okay.
And we actually still go to the powwows and such. My grandma's still alive, thankfully. She's hitting 35 now, but she's probably close to 90. She's just been 35 my whole life. But being American Indian, it recoins to like they changed our name so many times. So when I seen my grandmother's census records, it showed that she was an Indian. Then older, she turned to mulatto. Then she turned to black. So it's like all those years in that region of the Virginia, North Carolina area, they changed our name and changed our identity several times. Because they said that you cannot be called a Indian, Native American, unless you were part of the 5 recognized tribes. So everybody else, they grouped you into something different.
Oh, wow.
And those 5 recognized tribes, those are federally backed tribes, where even though we Cherokee, the state of North Carolina recognizes us, but the feds don't. Yeah. It's all because of the Virginia genocide. Like my family originated in that area. So when we say American Indian, Cherokees were here. We traced our generations back to the 800s. That's the 800s. People that look like me was here.
Okay.
Slavery ain't get here till the 1600s. So if the people that were supposed to be brought here came in the 1600s, my mom and daddy was already here.
Right.
Teach me, baby. Go ahead. Keep going.
So that's a whole different realm of places to get into. But the point of that is when they used to call us Negroes, Negroes were descendants of American Indians. When they changed you from being a Negro to an African American or black, they took away that connection to the land that our people was from. So if you think about America now, right? This is the melting pot. So you have all these cultures of people here that all came from somewhere else. There's only one culture of people who don't have a place to go to. And it's just odd that there's only one land that doesn't have an inhabited people that originated here. So if you African Americans, black folks, whichever category you call them, we are the only group of people who don't have a native land to go back home to or to call home. And people wonder why. Well, because our home is here. This is the only land that doesn't have an established people per se by the government.
Right.
So that's, I've done the research as far as census records. I've done birth records. You can't really use the what do you call that? The DNA tests, the 23andMe or that can't tell you your people. That tells you paternity. So you can find out who your mama is, your kids, and your siblings. But they haven't dug up the ancestors. So how can they compare you to somebody that they haven't found?
Oh, now that's a good question. Now, you know, are you a football person?
I played in college.
So tell me what really happened with the situation with the Washington Redskins and why they made them change their name to just Washington, because they were saying that the Indians, or not was it the Indians? The Indians or something didn't like the fact that they were using the Redskins. It was just a whole big to-do about that. Are you familiar with that situation? So tell me what really happened.
To my knowledge, first off, we don't even care.
We really don't.
My family cousins got Redskins tattooed on his arm. I got Doug Williams jersey hanging in my closet. It's like, it doesn't really bother us that much. It's more of a political thing. Just like the whole alphabet, there's so many of them, LGBTQ, and then some other ones. It's just a political thing. There's other stuff that they could have did besides worrying about that name. They still do the tomahawk chop in Florida State.
Right.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, but they don't. They told them they had to get rid of that name.
They changed the name and the logo
and
too.
The logo. It's just a W now. It's just
so now you go from Cowboys to Indians.
They still do that.
That part, yeah, they do. But
Atlanta ain't changed.
That is so crazy.
Cleveland's still the Indians. So it really didn't make a big deal. They just wanted to change that name, I guess, to change it. But nobody.
So why were they putting it on the Indians though? Like it was like they had a problem with it. That's the way the news and all these people, that's the way that they were making it seem like they had a problem with it, and they had like this thing signed, and I mean, it was a really big deal.
The Redskin could be used as a derogatory name.
Okay.
But in reality, the Redskins is letting people know that they are of copper color, because all the people here were a copper color. So we're all the shade of a penny. And you can see a penny, if it's left outside and it gets wet, it's a darker color.
It does.
You got the dull ones, you got the bright, shiny ones.
Yeah.
You need all aspects of the penny. And if you look at the penny, there's a history behind it. And it talks about how our people got land taken away and things like that. You look on the back of a penny, it says, mind your business. I mean, there's all kind of hidden messages and things like that. Not the new ones. You got to go past. That one says 1 cent. But the older one says mind your business. Even the Indian head penny. Have y'all seen that Indian head penny? It's like 1920 maybe.
Yeah, I've seen one.
Well, that they did a contest of who were they going to put on the penny. So everybody sent in their drawings, and there were several indigenous people. But the person that won was a guy who drew a non-melanated person, just drew his daughter. And that's the one that's representing us. So that Indian head penny is really not an indigenous person. It's like somebody who just drew their kid or their wife and submitted it, and they won.
Wow.
Just like the Statue of Liberty was supposed to be an indigenous lady, and they changed that.
Okay.
There's another one too. There's another Statue of Liberty somewhere, and I got to find out if
I
that
thought it
one.
was in. Is it in France?
I believe so. And
That's
that
like
one,
the twin or something.
is it a twin or is the face different?
It's supposed to be the twin,
But
and they
changed
changed it when they brought it over to the U.S.
because it was supposed to represent America and the American Indians, and that was a heavy Indian. Like, have you heard the whole Central Park issue? That was all
That
like
used to be a black, predominantly black town or part of New York.
Indian, American Indian. So when you say black, say Negro. That's a better term.
See, I ain't know nothing about that part. I heard it was black people.
Negroes.
Because it was okay. And like you said, Negro, aka Indian.
Indigenous. Yep.
Wow.
The whole they Lake Lanier Central Park.
Yeah, they did.
So it's the same concept. You know how many times they did that in Georgia? They Lake Lanier towns?
A lot. It's a lot.
I just realized, I didn't realize when I moved here, my neighbor told me there are no natural formed lakes in the state of Georgia.
No. Yeah, I know that. Yeah.
So they all used to be Negro towns?
I can't say they
Pretty much.
all, but it sounds kind of convenient. I can't say all of them because I don't know what was there. Some of them could be aqueducts, some of them could be dams. But it's kind of odd that Georgia doesn't have any man-made lakes and Lake Lanier is still grabbing people from the bottom.
Well,
I've never been there.
I've been there, but it was way before when I first moved here. I didn't know what the history was. I was just going to go and hang out.
Yeah.
But now that I know what the history is, I don't go anywhere near it.
Well, I mean, I've been there a couple of times, and it was again before I knew the history, and then once even after I knew the history. But I just always said I ain't getting on that water. I ain't getting nowhere near the water.
Yeah.
You know, so
I'm trying to go get some water.
You,
Put it on. I mean, there might be something in the water that can help people. You just can't drink it or ingest it.
mm-hmm.
But you might be able to use that as, I'm thinking the opposite of a holy water. It might be holy water for melanated people.
You think so? Because of the people that's under there?
They have certain places where they killed a lot of slaves and fruit grows on top of it and trees, and indigenous people, we don't eat that fruit. Could be strange fruit, even though strange fruit was the people hanging from the tree.
Right.
But that's kind of like the same concept. That dirt, even though you can ingest it and it could do things negatively to you. What if you get it and you don't ingest it? What if you just pray over it? Maybe that can amplify certain things.
Well, we're gonna go out there and get it. You're gonna get if you get some, baby, I'm gonna give you a gallon. You bring me some back here. Because I'm not going out there. Just let me know when you go. And I get the pastor to pray over mine. I'm gonna send a gallon jug. And when you come back, I get the pastor to pray over mine. And I don't know what we're gonna do with it, but we'll find something. But I'm not going out there, baby.
I hear New Orleans. You from New Orleans?
No. Thank you.
Who is that?
No, thank you. No.
You know what?
One more time. Listen for the people in the back. One more time.
Why by yourself? Why by yourself? Why by yourself?
What is she even saying? I don't understand.
Worry about
Worry
yourself.
about yourself.
Oh, worry about myself. Oh, wait a minute
No,
now.
thank you.
Cookie.
No, thank you.
No. Thank you. No, thank you.
No,
No.
thank you.
Y'all got me crying.
They play too much. They play
No,
too
thank
much.
you. No,
Worry
thank
about
you.
yourself.
Worry about yourself.
Worry about myself.
Worry about
So
yourself.
listen, I pulled this up just to see, but so it says the topic part of the larger Native American mascot controversy began receiving widespread public attention in the 1990s. So in 2020, the team responded to economic pressure in the wake of widespread recognition of systematic racism by retiring the name and the logo.
Answer
Oh,
this
really?
question.
But
When have you seen Native Americans publicly, systematically
Right.
being
That's
discriminated?
I don't get that. I don't get it.
I mean, even though there is prejudice, and I'm not saying they're not being discriminated because we are, but
Mhm.
some of them still have their own plot of land where they can live and be by themselves. We ain't got that. So it seems like didn't
So
the
why
owner
don't we
get
have
fired
that?
in there? Why don't we
Yeah. So why don't we have it?
as a people?
Yeah.
Um, that's an individual question because I guess people gonna go buy Gucci before they buy a house.
Mm.
It's what people value to be important. If you want, I mean, I know in business you have to have certain things that the people you're selling to recognizes as successful. So some
Mhm.
people, cars, purses, clothes, marketing materials per se. But do you need 8 cars? Do you need
No.
15 purses? I mean, I'm a shoe freak. I used to have 70 pair of J's. Then they stole them. So I ain't bought them no more. So it's like, how are we prioritizing the things that we spend our money on?
So there's nowhere in this world that African American Negro people have any land. We have nothing.
I
No,
mean,
some do.
you can buy your land, but technically you're still renting it.
Yeah.
Right. But what I'm saying, so, they teach history a little different and they taught it different when I was coming up. They teach it different now. But what I'm asking is there not any land from our ancestors? So, like you said, the Native Americans and Indians, they have land, they have stuff that they can go home to per se.
Mhm.
So, out of the world,
Mhm.
there is no place that our ancestors have left land for us to go to. There's not one place.
No, there's still land. There's what is it down there in Florida? They trying to steal that lady's land, and the people had to come help her.
Yeah, I
That's
saw that. I
that's
saw
the
Yeah.
that.
ancestral land. I mean, we've got acres. Where I live in North Carolina, people surrounded by 40 acres. So people still have their land. But the issue comes when your generation still has, you remember grandma.
Mhm.
You spent
Yeah.
time with grandma. My generation, I'm 43, so I've spent time with grandma. The
Mhm.
generation behind me, when grandma died, they sell on their land because there's no attachment. They just want the
Ooh,
money.
don't get me started.
Yeah. Look,
You see what I'm-
look, you better talk. They ready to sell anything. They ready to sell a car. They'll sell a damn dog if you let them.
and we're real big on we don't sell nothing. Like we still have
Nothing.
trinkets from all over the world. We don't if my parents pass, let's not even say my parents, I only want to use them as an example. If somebody's parents pass tomorrow, they
Mhm.
still should be able to go in that home and feel that energy. And you shouldn't throw away stuff that people work their whole life for just because they're not here no more, just so you can get some fake money. Now, if you sold it and went and bought the land next door, I understand. Or if you sold their property and gutted it and cleaned it and bought 40 acres attached to it,
Mm-hmm.
different.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you gonna sell there to go buy you a Mercedes, that don't make sense.
Because the generation behind us and behind them, they don't understand the value of what they have
Mm-mm.
because they see that grandma probably still got that old sofa and she got this old stuff and she might have a home that need a little work, but they don't understand the value in that home,
Right.
how that home values. You can go in and fix up a few little things and this house can be worth more than what you're going to actually sell it for.
Yep.
And then you will always have something for your family. They don't understand that. They don't know
The
the
value.
the Gen Zs and the millennials.
Mhm.
They don't know anything about saving and building.
Nope.
They want right now, right now, right now. So if they need $5,000 right now, they're gonna sell grandma a car because they already got a car, but they're gonna sell grandma a car so they can get that 5,000. But they're not looking at the fact that if grandma called old and beat down, then that's one thing.
Mhm.
But you know, most grandmas I knew, they was driving caddies, you know, and they had nice cars and they took care of their cars.
Clean. The big old Broham in the back
Yes,
of this tank of Lincoln,
right.
the long ones.
Yes,
Right.
yes. But the millennials and the Gen Zs, they ready to go sell everything.
Yeah.
And they're not looking at when my mom died, when my dad died, and my mom passed away. My mom passed away 3 years after my dad. So when my mom passed away and we were going through her things, and the kids was like, "Oh, mom, we can say," I said, "You could get out of here because I'm not getting rid of none of my mama's stuff."
That's
Right.
your
None of
mama's
it.
energy. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? That's
And I still have her stuff till this day, and my kids always, "Oh, what you gonna do with it? You don't worry about what I'm gonna do with it. When I feel it needs to go, and when she or the Lord tell me it needs to go, then it'll go. But for right now, it's staying right here. I have all my mother's jewelry, all her stuff. And they want, oh, give me that chain, give me this. What you gonna do with it? I'm no, because you're gonna sell it. Nope. This jewelry is going down. I'm gonna give it to my granddaughter. She going, yeah, we're not doing that. They don't know the value of things. They just see green and they want money.
and money is fake. You seen they just printed more of it. They
Yeah.
don't.
We talked about that before. It's not
Yeah.
even worth
It's not even worth.
What it's
You get
printed on.
$1, it's probably only
printed
worth
on,
25 cents, if that
50,
much.
50 cents.
that
Maybe.
part. The kids nowadays, they're so lost that they don't even know that if you go in your grandmama's cabinet, them Pyrex dishes are worth money.
What?
Lots of money.
We still got the whole sets, the little white joints with the blue on the front and the blue
Yes,
lid.
Lord. Yes, Lord.
Lots
They don't
of money.
understand. They don't understand. They don't understand. That white Pyrex dish with them blue flowers on it
Blue
will
flowers.
last longer than the clear Pyrex dish you just bought from Walmart.
Right.
We still use them. My mom uses hers regularly. Don't
Right.
the paint ain't came off the front?
It ain't
See,
going
all of
nowhere.
that
It ain't
stuff
going
was
nowhere.
just like it was built to last.
Yes.
Nothing nowadays is not. It's temporary. All of this stuff
Very
nowadays is temporary, and that's
Mhm.
why these kids are so hung up on temporary fixes because
Mhm.
they just, like you say, it's quick, real quick. But
Mhm.
back in the
All the
day,
way down to the TVs.
yeah, back in the day, that's why, like you say, every year for Black Friday, you're gonna go get a TV. You bought one 3 Friday. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
you still got the one that you had from last year.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing's wrong with it. But so why is everybody
Friday.
fighting one another and doing all this stuff for the same stuff you already got at the house?
They don't even
You know-
last right.
Well,
Yeah,
they
it
probably
makes no
upgrading. I
sense.
mean, I would hope that they're upgrading. Like you got a 45-inch and you want a 55-inch or a 60-inch, and maybe you can take that 45-inch and give it to your granddaughter or somebody. But just to be buying another one, just to buy one,
A lot
you
of
know.
them do just because they on sale. I delivered one Friday. Didn't realize Friday was Friday.
Friday.
And end up going to Walmart and 55-inch. I was like,
YouTube for
this don't
$188.
even fit.
100. I still got my, what is it, a 42-inch from 2008. The picture's better, and that was 800. I'm still getting my 800 worth.
I did
Right.
the same thing. I
Exactly.
can't even lie. I went into Walmart Friday for some detergent,
Came
and
out with what?
I wasn't
What you
thinking
do?
Black Friday. I was like, Lord, I need to go get some laundry detergent. I'm coming back. I had just dropped V's niece off at the airport, so I was like, let me run in here and get. Parking lot didn't really look no different, so it didn't give me a clue. But when I walked in there, I was like, well, everybody must have got a ride to Walmart today, because it was packed. And all I see is people baskets passing me with 2 and 3 TVs. I'm like, wait a minute, let me go look at the TVs. 55-inch TVs for $188.
That's probably one of the same ones I delivered.
But they smart TVs.
Yeah.
I used to work in
Yeah.
tech, and I used to work for Best Buy. So I dabbled in a lot of things, and people don't understand when you upgrade, you're upgrading the TV. But I guarantee you there's some other stuff that you upgrading inside that TV.
Oh yeah.
Well,
the
yeah,
TVs
this one, it
listen
had Roku on it. It had the Roku already in it.
Not
So
that.
you didn't
It's
have to
smart.
buy.
Yeah.
The
smart
webcams.
TV.
Oh, yeah,
The
yeah.
stuff that don't turn off. It's
Yeah.
like
Ah.
if you got something that's recording in a 30-second loop, that means every 30 seconds it's always recording because it's looping every 30 seconds. So that means some server that somewhere has a constant feed of everything going on in your crib.
In your
And the
house.
certain people can, request that.
It took a friend of mine to tell me to pay attention because in their home, like they'll be talking and say, "Oh, I want some pizza, blah blah blah." Then Pizza Hut commercials will start coming on, and Papa
It's the
John's
phone, and the
commercials will
phones
start
do that
coming
too.
on.
Oh,
I
yeah,
work-
phones do it too.
I work for them, so I know I used to sell that tech.
And it did it like I was like, I ain't gonna do nothing basic. Let me see, I want some ice cream. Here come the Baskin Robbins commercial.
How about we
And
want
then
some
they
money?
had a Bluebell commercial. I'm like, about that.
Like that. We want some
They
change,
really
some
are
gold,
listening.
some money, some diamonds. Listen to that and bring that up.
How
Let me
about
get
that?
some higher credit. Listen, what else we need? Pay off debt, take these student loans away. If y'all
Yeah.
gonna listen, help for real.
Help, yeah, help me,
Right.
help you. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Me.
But it's still a good time. Like our family, we don't celebrate Thanksgiving, but we celebrate the time off because that's the only time everybody has time off
That's true.
to get somewhere.
Um,
So we all just get together and enjoy it however we can. We don't celebrate Christmas, but we go buy stuff because that's when everything's on sale. So if you need to get school clothes for your kids and stuff like that, we take advantage of the deals. But as
Right.
far as you got to go buy your son another PlayStation. For what? He got one. It's like we don't need the over commercialization of it because
mhm.
we'll go live in a teepee if we could. We're minimalists as a people,
Okay.
but
Oh,
we
wow.
with running water and Wi-Fi, we ain't stupid. But we,
Ah,
and heat and air, like
upgraded TP. I like it.
facts. I'm not roughing
like
it. I've
that.
done that. I had to use the outhouse before because we country. Like my
Me
high
too.
school,
Yeah.
50
Me
people,
too.
50 black people in my whole high school.
Wow.
50. We moved from California to North Carolina, and I went from a military life to a kindergarten through 8th grade. So I moved there in the 8th grade, and now I got little kindergartners on the bus with me. That's how small that school was. 8 black people in the 7th and 8th grade.
What?
Oh,
Now,
wow.
it's a county, so there's other high schools. So in the city, which really isn't a city, it's just city-er, that might be more black and brown people than it was in our area. But we're in the country. We're in Klan country. So I've seen the Klan march up and down. I've seen crosses burn. I've seen during COVID, I know where the Klan meets. I mean, some of the Klan we friends with because you're not going to get, you can't, I see a Confederate flag. It's like, I see a Confederate flag.
Okay.
Now, if I see a Confederate flag with 4 people in the truck yelling, then I'm going the other way. It's just
Right.
a lot of times people are just going about their own business and their heritage is their heritage. And I can look out and see and learn and understand what they're doing. Because most people one-on-one, like if your well breaks, who you going to call? Like you got to call somebody who can come get the job done. I don't care what color you are. Just leave us alone.
Mm-hmm.
But they can tell who is a hard R and who's not. They can tell that we ain't from here. So we get treated a little bit different because our last name is different. I talk like I'm 4 different places, and depending on who I'm talking to, a different dialect comes out. My dad's got a white ponytail down to his back. It's like they can tell that we aren't hard R's, if you know what I mean by that. And then you can walk by somebody else and you can tell they are. And that's all just like your mentality.
Yeah.
We ain't had no problems. I went to high school there. I played ball. The community is community. We haven't had any issues. Now it could be the fact that there's always guns shooting out on our property.
Okay.
We got 5-gallon buckets full of 12 gauge shells. They got ARs. We got everything out there. So that could be a reason.
That
You
might
think?
have something to do
Look,
with it.
okay, you think.
And my daddy's crazy.
Oh.
And my
So,
brother just moved
Mr.
home too.
Oh,
So,
wow.
Mr. Sipsop,
Mhm.
How did you and the family come up with the family-owned business of the wine?
It's a good question. That was my sister. She was working in her, I can't, it's a master's in something. She writes plays.
Okay.
Mm.
And she would get together in Louisville with her people and they would drink wine. She turned into a wine rep and she used to go rep other people's wines, go to the tastings and bring crowds of people. And then we noticed that we were buying the most wine, but we used to get stuck in the back. Or they used to start shushing us every time we had conversations. And they started looking at us like, all right, like we drink it, like we gonna turn up. They ain't like that. They want you to drink with your pinky up.
Like this.
That part.
Yes.
So she decided that you know,
When they want you to swirl it and smell it and let it breathe
That-
and all that stuff. Yeah.
you can, like, everybody in my family is educated, but you don't have to sound educated. Like you got to be able to relate to your people.
Right.
Right.
And I've been I've been having conversations and I'll say something like I'm still in the country and then people will correct me. And you shouldn't say it like that. Well, I understand the proper English. I understand how to do that. But at the same time, who's really the worst person?
Right.
Because at the end of the day, you understood what I said. You're
You
just mad I
understood
didn't
me.
say it how you felt I should say it. In all due respect, last I heard, the queen is no longer living. So
Hello.
why are we still tied to her English?
Right.
If you understand the message, that's all I care about.
Studying her son.
That's it. That's it.
That's all that really should matter. You shouldn't have to say it in a eloquent, educated, or use your phone voice if you can get the message
Get your
across.
point across, especially if it's understood. What's understood does not need to be explained.
You don't even gotta
Amen.
say nothing. My mom used to be on the pulpit and she look in the back and give me that look. I knew I was getting whooped when I got home.
Absolutely.
I might as well have my fun right then, because
You know what? That's not what that meant. that is
now we used to get in trouble. We used to go out in the back of the church during church service to play basketball on the goal. And then when the preacher was praying, you could hear the basketball dribbling. Yeah, that wasn't fun. We out there in click clacks and church socks playing basketball. But back to answer your question, she just decided she can do her own wine and do a better job. So she decided to make wines that were that welcomed all, but they are tailored to Black, brown, melanated people who are underrepresented in the wine community.
okay.
So from there, she made a product and it takes off, vegan or not. We just make it so everybody can drink it. If you like meat, it works with meat, but most people, somebody always doesn't drink something.
Yeah.
You go to a cookout, go to a barbecue. I can't drink that because I don't like Hennessy, or I don't like, well, everybody likes this. We got 7 wines. You just pick one. You're going to like one of them.
Or mix them all
Absolutely.
together.
That part.
Right.
That part.
Yeah.
And we make it the indigenous way, the same way. It's similar to how grandma had that little bag up underneath the sink that you couldn't touch. It's the same way that we do it a more refined way, clearly, but we don't use the chemicals and anything like that. Like, we want our wine to be wine, not the extra stuff. So that's how
And
we
it
got
is-
here.
And it is family owned. So who runs it?
My sister she owns the whole company. It's her baby.
Okay.
But she runs and she's the head vintner, so she makes all the wine, approves it, and all that stuff. But her authority is above the Mason-Dixon. So Indiana, Michigan, New York, the Jerseys, which all our families in Jersey now, they moved from the South and went up there. New York, all those places. And then Sip South is actually Sip and Share South. But that's too long to be on the Facebook or Instagram tag. So that's how it's from to Sip South. So we have Sip South DMV as well. So I run everything below the Mason-Dixon. So that's the DMV, Carolinas, Georgia, and Florida.
Nice.
So
who
you
came up with the
share on
name?
TikTok?
My sister came up with the name. And what you say, Nisa?
You're Sip and Share on TikTok.
Sip and Share wines. Yep.
Okay. That's
Not
what
not the name of the brand. Like who came up with the different names for the wine?
That
Like,
see,
and how did she or whoever think about like the abundance and things that we want in our lives? So who came up with those?
that goes back to being an indigenous family, and that also goes back to being around grandma. These are
Mm.
7 words of affirmation that we heard as kids. This is what we grew up hearing. Intention, manifest, abundance, gratitude, conjure, love, and awaken. So the 7 words are 7 words of affirmation.
Affirmations.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you, Grandma.
Okay,
We
grandma.
just flipped it, and if you look at the bottle is purple. So you have abundance. That label is purple.
Mm-hmm.
That actually matches the amethyst stone. So when you have the stone, you have the abundance, you're putting in the energy that you want in your body, because all liquors are spirit.
Yes, it is.
Goose
Yep.
makes you loose, gin makes you sin, anything
Hey.
possible.
Oh,
Whoa.
So we just wanted to make it an energy. So some people may be broke. We'll drink that abundance. You may have a little nightcap. You may have a lady that's at the house.
Let me go get the other bottle.
Right. You don't, if you don't like her like that or like him like that, then you don't want to drink that love. You want to drink that abundance. At least both of y'all can get a bag together. Maybe you want to show gratitude, or you want to set your intentions. That's how we mix them. We intentionally manifest to awaken our love and abundance. That's a whole
wait a minute.
creation that we make in a drink.
Let me go and put my order in.
yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna see y'all on the 9th. I'm gonna be stepping in my J's.
Okay,
Absolutely, you are. Absolutely.
So can you bring me some? Can you make sure you have a bottle of intentions,
Mm-hmm. That's a Riesling, so that's dry.
love,
That's a Jolly Rancher.
and what the other one you said?
We got Awaken. We got Gratitude,
Gratitude,
Manifest, and Conjure.
manifest. I need them all. Just bring them all.
I mean, we do have, I don't even know, we got little ones. Let me see if I got a little one.
I like them little ones. They personal.
They
Yeah, those are personal.
perfect.
So do you have like a little kit with like all the ones in there?
They on sale for $50. All 7.
Hey.
Okay, bring me a kit
Got you.
on the 9th. Bring me a kit.
Got
Well, bring me 2. I'm gonna give somebody one as a Christmas present. Bring me 2 kits.
you. Yep, these are perfect.
All right, bring me 2 kits
Yeah.
on the 9th. I got you.
So what do y'all do for Thanksgiving? How do y'all do that? Because I'm vegan and we don't celebrate, so I can't even eat half the stuff they be eating either.
For me, this is my 2nd year really celebrating Thanksgiving. Because I used to celebrate with my mom when I moved out. That was the deal. I celebrate Thanksgiving with you, and then I need to celebrate with my immediate family. So when my mom passed away, I stopped celebrating Thanksgiving. I would be Panama, Destin, somebody's beach, somewhere eating a hamburger. I didn't want any Thanksgiving food. I didn't want anything that to remind me of Thanksgiving.
Right.
But then I had to realize, it was kind of my mom's holiday, Thanksgiving and Christmas. And, my kids were like, Mom, so when you going to do, man, I want some cooking. I want this and that. So then somebody told me that, I should start doing it again to kind of keep my mom's memory alive, and just do the things that, she did on Thanksgiving. And that's what I did. So I just recently, the last 2 years, started celebrating Thanksgiving again, because I since 2013 I had stopped celebrating Thanksgiving.
You're giving thanks. So I mean, there's ways to take advantage of it without, dealing with the whole pilgrims and such.
Yeah, it is. So yeah, it was weird for me, and I don't think I want to do it next year anymore. I don't think I want to do it anymore. These 2 years was enough for me.
Just get some wine and
So
turn up. That's what we do.
So next year I will be on the beach, on somebody's beach. I don't know who or where, but that's where I will be
With some wine turning up. Okay.
Mhm.
with some gratitude turning up.
Well,
That
I
that
like
that
being
part.
I love being with family, and because in my immediate we're kind of spread out
Mhm.
mostly back home. So
I got that.
so normally I will go since the majority is there, and then my children are split. My son is here, my daughter is there with my siblings and all of that. But I love to go home. I just love to be around
Mhm.
family. I'm very, very, very family oriented. So and this Thanksgiving I almost didn't make it, due to, personal reasons, but I was like, there's if I stayed here in Georgia, it was gonna be bad for me. I needed to be surrounded by family. I needed to be around my loved ones, and that's what I did. And just so happened because I have a blended family, I have
Mhm.
it's a total of 7 of us. My dad had 2, my stepmom had 2, they had 3 together. So we
She
have a 7, which is completion. So there's 7 of us, and every, very rarely do all of us get a chance to be together at the same time in the same place. We were all there.
Oh
So I
wow.
was very grateful and thankful that we were out at my dad. Although him and my stepmom are not together anymore, they were we were all together. So just to
Mm.
look around that room and that, in that house and have that love, what I'm saying? My son and my granddaughter wasn't there. So I was missing them. But the majority, like I said, was there. And the siblings, I always say, we were bonded, we're blended love, bonded, what I'm saying? We're blended and we're bonded. So it felt good. My dad, everybody was there. So it felt good being home. And
That's
holidays, what I'm saying, the older you get, the more you really start to realize what's more important,
Important.
especially when your children are older. What I'm saying, you start
Mhm.
having grandkids and stuff like that. But the importance is always for me, family, always.
Yeah, and yeah.
Mine is a little different. I feel more. I've lived in Georgia for 19 years now. I moved here back in '04. And originally when my grandmother was still living, because I also come from a huge family. She was the oldest of 8, and then she had 10. And so just
Right.
my immediate family is big, and then my extended but as far as my immediate family, when she was still living, we all used to meet up at one uncle's house, one of my mom's brothers. um Everybody would go there, and then that was a tradition. That was, no matter where you were, you knew what your destination was.
Mhm.
As soon as she passed away, the year she passed away, early in the year, we did Thanksgiving, and that uncle announced this was the last Thanksgiving at my house. At that point, we were like, okay, cool, no problem, because this is when all my mom's brothers and sisters were still living. The oldest sister lived a couple of hours away. We would go to her house sometimes anyway after we left this house. We was like, that's all right. We're gonna go to her house. We tried to do that, and it was cool, but it didn't really stick. And then after that, we would try to meet at different people's houses. People would either drive to us or we would go to them, and it didn't really stick. And so once I moved to Georgia, Thanksgiving holiday is so short for me, because to get to back home for me, it's either I would have to either buy a plane ticket, or if I'm driving, it's a long drive, and it's not enough time to do that,
Mhm.
go visit, turn around, and come back. So for Thanksgiving, I'm normally either in the house, or I'll get an invitation. Like Kiki invited me to go home with her, And I just had some other stuff going on because of personal stuff. And so I was like, I got to stay here and handle some business. So I'm normally kind of like, I'll go and hang out, which I did. And I'm glad I did. I got a chance to hang out with friends and eat some good food and watch other people with their families and stuff. But I'm normally like I'm a loner. I'm a loner anyway by nature. So Thanksgiving, it's nothing for me to just be in the house by myself. I go to Piccadilly and get me a plate and come back.
Not the cafe.
He said, Piccadilly.
Piccadilly.
And give me a good bottle of wine or something and just sit back and watch a whole bunch of versions of A Christmas Carol.
That
That's
part.
my favorite movie.
And
Yeah.
you know, I feel bad sometimes because, you know, my mom was the oldest of 13. And so her house, our house, was the house.
Mhm.
Like everybody came to my mom's house. Even during the week, they would call my mom. My mom, everybody called her Nunu. They were like, Nunu, what you doing? They would always be at my mom's house. But, you know, and I love family. I do love family. But some years it's just hard for me. And I just don't want to be bothered, if that makes sense. But then some years I'm like, everybody come over, all y'all, like this year, y'all come on, everybody come. So I had a house full of people and it brought me joy. But at the same time, I was like, damn, I miss my mom. So I ain't doing this next year. So who knows? We don't know what God might put on my heart. But as of right now, I'm going to be on the beach.
I ain't mad at you.
And I don't know. That might change. But as of right now, I'm going to the beach.
Send some sand back and some water.
He is still trying to get that water. He is still trying to get that water.
I go to certain places and collect. I got water from different locations that I just keep and put on my altar. And then every now and then I just open it up and stick my finger in it so you can recharge with that water.
Nice.
Wow.
That's nice.
Let me bring my gal. I'm gonna have to start packing some gallon jugs with me, honey.
Mm-hmm. Gallon or mason jugs.
But that's beautiful though.
It is. Beautiful. You know, and we never think about water to that nature.
I
do.
Dirt.
Because I mean,
I think about dirt, but not water for some reason.
I mean, like I said, just being, and you know, because you know, when you're a Southern girl, you know, because here in Georgia, there are no beaches, there's nowhere to just go and just, like you say, recharge and just be centered. There is nowhere here.
No.
So when I get a chance to stick my feet in some sand and just sit and just listen, it's just it's a different type of feeling. It's a different type of feeling.
You take that sand with you.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna have to start bagging it. You know, like you said, you talk about it, but you be like, that's like, you know, the shells. People say they collect shells and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But that is putting it in a total different perspective, like you said, because you know, when you feeding off of energy, when you putting it out in the atmosphere, you know what I'm saying, in the universe, you're gonna get back what you put out. So we can just look at it saying that that's just water, that's just beach water, but if you put out there in the universe what it is that you're expecting from this jar of water, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's gonna be different for each person. So that I'm starting a new year. That is something that I plan to adapt and
setting your intentions.
Yes, absolutely.
Even dirt. So I went to my great aunt just passed, one of the OGs. So I went and I just happened to see her mom, her dad, all these people in the same cemetery. So I went there. People thought I was crazy. I'm picking up acorns, putting in my pocket off of each grave. I'm taking rocks. I'm scooping up dirt and putting it in the little communion envelopes. So I'm taking it all home and putting it in my altar. So now I have rocks from gravestones of all my ancestors. So if I need to get some energy, I can just touch those acorns, just stick my hand in that jar because their energy is there. You know where it comes from.
Yeah. Oh, wow. See, I never thought about it like that. I never
thought about that. Yeah.
You can't take the gravestone with you, but you can take a rock that's on the gravestone. Or you can
my grandparents have that, the rocks on their gravestones.
Well, my mom is in a in the wall. She's in a mausoleum, so there's really nothing you
I
can
can't
get.
even, and I
You
can't
go in
even
there and
to
get you
mine. So,
get you a hammer
but
and chisel that little right off that wall and take a piece of that wall, put in your pocket. Ain't nothing stopping nothing. If my people's there, I'm gonna do like get that paper like with the crayon and scribble over it so I can have that.
Do you know how much money we paid for that thing on that wall? And you want me to go and crack it up?
Not like a little chip, a little chisel, a little flake.
Okay.
Get you a razor blade. How about that?
No.
And just shave some of that rock off and put it in a little envelope, and then you can have your moms with you.
Yes.
Putting a
That's-
little
that's-
joint around you.
Look,
But
you
I-
gonna have
oh,
me
you
on
know
the
what,
ladder.
though?
Them people gonna be like, Miss King, what are you doing?
I just thought
You
I
mind your
just thought about
business. It's
something
mind
though,
yours. I paid
because
for
I
this.
that I can't get to the cemetery where my mom is buried at.
Mhm.
But this ring that I have on right here, this was my mother's ring. This is her
See?
birthstone ring, but this is her ring. And this ring, she's been gone now for like 40 something years. So can you imagine how old this ring is?
Mhm. Mhm.
Because
You'd
it's
have
the
been
40
20,
that,
you would have sold it.
it's the 40 that she's been gone plus.
Right.
But and I had to take it. No, I actually, because going back to what you were saying about material things, and when my mother passed, everybody was wanting material stuff, not even thinking about the children,
Mhm.
that just had recently lost their mother.
Mhm.
It was the material things that they were trying to get, like beds and picture. And I'm there, and I've been I've been an adult. I've been rationed out these items, like my mother's her diploma or pictures or just stuff that has been rationed out to me over the years.
Mhm.
But her ring, this is very like I say, very special and very significant, because I had to literally take it from a relative.
That's what. Okay.
I had to take it because they said
Okay.
that we were smaller children, so we really didn't know. And then when it came out
Mhm.
that it belonged to her,
Mhm.
and I was like, well, yo, that belongs to me.
Facts.
Yeah.
And I was told that she was my favorite aunt.
That's my mama.
And I said, well, okay, so
This your story.
She didn't
No,
even say it
that
like
was-
short.
yeah,
Right.
no, but that's what I said. That is exactly what I said.
I can see that.
And I said, if you don't hand over, it's going to be a problem. So where it needs to be sized, I'll size it, hand it over. So I took it right then, and I got it sized because I'm like, something significant of my mother.
Yes.
So I get all of that, and I just, like I said, just thinking about, and I mean, I'll play with it, I'll mess with it, I'll twist it, and I'll turn it. You know what I'm saying? When I have a lot going on, but I get it. That makes so much sense.
Now you got the intention behind it, so it's going to be even more powerful because you
Even
know
more
why you're doing it.
man.
Well,
Man.
let me tell you, the most powerful thing that I have from my mother is her journal. And as a kid, we never know what our parents go through to make sure we have.
Mhm.
And we never see the struggle, but to actually read
Yeah.
In their handwriting.
in her hand, y'all, let me tell y'all, I done cried so many days just and I stopped reading it because I need a break. But it's like, oh my God, the things that your parents do. And these kids, like my kids will probably know when I die, I journal. I got like 4 or 5 of them from over years. So they would know if that is left behind, if nothing happens to them, before I do pass away. But other than that, the kids, we never know what our parents do to make sure we have enough food, to make sure we got clothes, lights, a roof, water. We don't know. All we know is when we go in the kitchen, we got snacks. When we go in the bathroom to take a bath, the water is on. When we go in our room to watch TV, we can turn the TV
The light
on.
switch on. Yeah.
The lights
But
is
we
on.
don't know what it took them to get that. And Fortunately and kind of unfortunately, because it's sad, I got a chance to read the things that my mom went through for some of the things that we had.
That's crazy because that's also like the crazy in a good way because when you look at it, you're actually getting snapshots of her soul when she writes
Yeah.
it. So
Yep.
you get to feel that energy and the things that she went through.
And
Which is
it's so crazy because when I'm reading it, I hear her voice reading it to me.
that's dope.
So that's why I had to stop because I'm like, God, like I'm reading it, but I hear her reading it.
Yeah.
So I was
That's
like,
cool.
oh, I gotta stop. I gotta stop. I had to stop reading it. I had to stop. So I can honestly say I looked at it just today. It's been about 2 years since I've opened it.
That's power.
Cause I'm like, I don't know, I'm scared because I hear her. She's like reading it for me. You know how you watch a movie and somebody's reading the letter, but it's in the voice of the person who wrote it.
Yeah.
So
The
that
narration of
Yes.
it. Yeah.
So that's what I'm hearing. I'm like, oh Lord, I can't read this. I gotta stop. And it's been 2 years since I've opened it. But it's a lot. It's a whole book. I have not,
Right.
I don't even think I got through the first 100 pages.
Oh wow.
It's
That's
a lot.
crazy
grandmother-
energy.
My grandmother, who raised me, until she passed, but she used to write in a. It was more like one of those long ledger books, like that was used for her journal.
Uh-huh.
Remember her writing in it? I don't know what happened to it, but somehow or another, I have one page from her journal.
Wow.
It's in like my very first photo album that I'd ever had. It's got like pictures of elementary school, and she kept my report cards and all of that. Got one page in there, and every now and then I'll open it and read it, and I'm the same way, Quana. I can hear her.
Mm-hmm.
And I can literally see her in her room. Well, it was our room because I slept with her for a long time, sitting on the side of her bed, writing.
Wow.
Right.
And I can. It's kind of weird because I kind of know her story. She was the oldest of her siblings.
Mm-hmm.
But their mom passed at an early age because she had all of them at an early age. So not only was she married, having her own kids, she was also still helping to raise her own siblings. So she had to drop out of school at the 3rd grade. So she taught herself how to read and write.
Wow.
Ended up being a midwife trained by one of her grandmothers, and I think by the end of it all, she ended up with a real estate license. Like she did a whole bunch of stuff. But to see her handwriting and to know that she taught herself, between her and then her kids started going to school, they would help her and she would read with them. It was in her house, even though we are from a little country town. You did not mispronounce words. You did not talk flat. We read the Bible, we read the newspaper, all of that. So to see that and to know the history behind it, I'm the same way. I read it and instantly I just get the ugly face.
Yeah.
And,
We all got that.
I put it back. I hadn't seen it in a minute. I had to put it back and say, okay.
Yeah.
And it's crazy though.
Later on. But it's just like you said, Dennis, it's power behind it, it's energy.
Yeah.
It's still there.
Yeah.
And this cloth behind me, this is that one aunt that was my mom's oldest sister. This is her prayer cloth. She was she's no longer living, but she when my grandmother passed, I'm not gonna get emotional. No.
Please don't, because I'm about to walk away already.
When my grandmother passed,
I'm already about to walk away.
She was
Y'all go ahead.
She was oh my God. No, I'm not getting emotional. I'm just messing with you. No, that sister was the one who everybody went to, like your mama, Quana. Her house was the house we always went to, especially in the summer. All the kids went to her
every
house.
day. every day.
Yeah, well, we wasn't close enough, but like
Oh.
she was our summer vacation destination.
Um,
And plus she had 6 kids, and then she was like over the neighborhood centers, like she
Mhm.
was the point of contact in the summertime. Anyway, again, she was my grandmother's oldest. So when my grandmother died, again, my grandmother raised me, and her grandkids would call her Grammy. And so she can't.
what did they call her?
Grammy?
Girl, I have never heard that. That's what we called my grandmother,
Instead of
Grammy.
Yeah, instead of Granny, which we called her mom, her kids, her
Get
grandkids called her
out of
Granny.
here.
And so she approached me when Granny died, and she was like, "I'll be your granny now." So she and I had ended up getting, a closer connection. And when she was going through her time of wind down, I'll call it that, she ended up with a little dementia. One of the other sisters ended up caring for her. And so she was actually with me in the same city. And so I ended up with her prayer cloth.
Wow.
Right before she passed. And so, like, I'm in my room all the time talking to all of my ancestors at all times. We have great conversations.
You too?
Wow.
And I always tell them, if y'all want to come holler at me, wait till I'm asleep. Don't do nothing while I'm awake. I am not ready for that. I'm not built for that.
And see, now for me, I'm the opposite. If you gonna come, you come to me while I'm up, because I need to see. Don't come to me while I'm sleeping. But and Joyce said they called her grandmother Grammy too. Until my grandmother passed away, I never heard anybody else say Grammy. It was always Granny, G-Ma, Momo, Mimi. It was always names like that, but I never really heard Grammy. That is so odd. But my sister, dead people visit my sister all the time. And, I was talking to my aunt about it when my mom passed. And I'm like, that's the only person I would want to come and visit me. Anybody else, I'm scared. I don't want them to come in. Because I don't know what you want. I don't want you coming to me. But my mother, me and my mom was good. We were on good terms. I mean, we weren't ever on bad terms, but everything was just good. So I want to talk to her, but anybody else, no, don't come over here. Go over there where you at. Even my daddy, he can stay. I'll see you when I get there. I don't want to talk to you. I want to talk to you. I want to talk to my grandma.
Talk to your daddy?
I don't want to talk to I don't want to talk to daddy. Daddy can stay. He can go over there, stay over there. You talk to mom up there when y'all up there, but I won't talk to her. But you can stay. I'll see you when I get there. Grandma, I see you when I get both of the grandmas, both of the grandpas. I see y'all when I get there. But my mom, I won't talk to my mom. Anybody else? But my aunt was telling me too. She was like, if you are afraid and of spirits, then they won't come to you. They just won't come.
They gonna haunt you. They still gonna be there. They still gonna be there.
Well, I mean, I ain't never had that. I'm not afraid. I just, I don't know. I just my mama. Anybody else other than my mama, and I'm gonna see y'all when I
She
get
the
there.
gatekeeper. They go to her to get to you. I mean, that's how it could be. They don't
Well,
have to just come to you.
but my mama is a Gemini like me. She know that she gonna be like, y'all don't go down there, mess with that girl.
What you want? Tell me, and I'm gonna tell her. That's what she's saying.
That part.
That's
Because
what
she gonna tell them, don't go down there and mess with that girl. Y'all know Kawana ain't wrapped too tight. She know.
Ain't wrapped too tight.
So they don't want to come down here. They don't want to come see me. So they need to send any message they need to her through her to me.
Y'all gotta look at these abilities. These abilities in the church we're not supposed to have. So you got to ask yourself, how and why do we have them? How are we able to be in touch with our DNA or our ancestors and things like that? And that's the melanin that we have in our skin. If you're copper and you're tannable, you go outside and you can tan. That means you have certain things in your body that helps you in the spiritual realm, in the universe realm, that other people don't have. So this is a question that a lot of people, you've heard this all your life. Millions and millions of Africans came to this land during slavery. They brought us all from Africa, and there was millions of them. But if you ever look in the Smithsonian and look at the library and look at what the Caucasian people wrote down, it was only 400,000. Most of them went to Brazil.
So where did they get the millions from? Is that a fictitious number that a reporter or somebody wrote in the books instead of writing down the accuracy? And for me, that's why our history is so jacked up. And
It's
people
very
don't really know our true history because the white people and all the people that are writing our history down are not our black people. And they're writing what they want to write down. And
Right.
they're teaching our kids what they want to teach our kids.
It's
They're not
funny how you
teaching our
say that.
kids the accuracy of our culture.
They don't want us to know the accuracy of our
To
culture.
answer that question is that's one of them things where people gotta read themselves. Like you can't give everybody the glass of water, but you can say, hey, there's some water over there, you can go drink it. So now you got to think and look at history. When has there been a time where millions of people have left a certain area to come here?
Never
Where?
heard it first.
When they, how do I phrase this? Africa wasn't always named Africa. It was a landmass, and then it's got cut up and divided. So if you take away the names, technically that continent could still be Africa before it was split up.
Okay.
And has there ever been a point in time in history where millions of people came from that area of land to this land over here, and all their names is written down?
Not that I know of, unless that's some new history that they didn't teach me.
No.
You
What?
you just don't think. You don't think that is, wow, they wrote all their names down.
Right.
And they came from a land that is attached to Africa. Now, when the water levels rose, it separated. But when the water levels was down, that was all one landmass.
Yeah, well, we don't think about it like that because that's not the way it was given to us.
No, they gave it to us. They just changed their names halfway through the trip. And
Please
called
tell
them immigrants.
Wow.
Immigrants.
All those people came from a continent that was all attached to Africa, to this land in the millions. So you asked, when is there an example of millions of people coming to this land?
Right. Oh.
And those happen to be now this is European education that people in prisons, people who might have been poor, people who have like violent histories, they were all given a chance to, leave one land and come to a new world. They just change their names because the Smithsonian says only 400,000 people came from Africa that were our color. So where'd all the people that were here come from? They were already here.
Right.
And they also say that 97% of people who call themselves African Americans are really American Indians. They just don't know their history.
So, but if the Smithsonian says there were 400,000 people of our color that look like us, so could it have been that there were millions of people, but they were just different descents?
They didn't need the population here because the population was already here.
Right.
Most of the people that came here were in South America.
So the millions that people are saying, where are those people? So did somebody lie on that number, or where are those people?
The same reason that this is a Native American month, not American Indian Heritage Month. They just changed the names. So where are those people?
Yeah.
Dakota, Indiana, Wyoming.
Wow.
Where are the people? If they didn't need melanated people here, then all the people that came here that weren't melanated, they're the people right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, you don't think about stuff like that until you actually sit and talk about it.
Right.
It just don't make sense. Millions of people couldn't come on a boat if they only brought 400,000. Like the first slaves that came on the boat happened to be a group of women who were so malnutritioned, they sent them back. So when they say they brought all these people in the first, I mean, there's a sign off the coast of Virginia that says here is where all the people came, and they list how many. It was like maybe 4 women, 4 African slaves that were women, and they sent them back.
Wow.
So oral history and the history that's written, and then what happens is 3 different histories. They can tell us, like, you seen the commercial or the meme where Tupac is white. In 100 years, it's going to be Tupac white.
Right.
Look at the presidents that were not white
Yeah.
before Obama. I mean, it's just different when you grow up seeing one thing and then you come to America and then they teach you something else.
Something else.
So I had to learn a whole different history just so I can get A's on the test, even though that I know that ain't the real history.
That ain't the truth.
It's his story versus the actual story.
Right.
Because I know my people was here before they got here.
Wow.
And then Christianity didn't come here till the 1600s or the 1400s. So what were we worshiping before they got here?
So this is why our kids are doomed, and our kids, our grandkids, they're doomed because they're not teaching the proper history. You know, we can teach our kids, but half of us don't know the proper history because we only know what we were taught.
Yep.
And what we've learned along the journey to adulthood.
Because we hypnotized by them 85-inch TVs.
On sale every year, $200.
Can't believe that 85 for 200.
Yeah. Yeah, like 260 something for the 85 because the 65 was like 209.
Wait, there's an 85-inch TV?
Well, I don't know about the 85, but they had a 65-inch for 209.
They got
Why?
hundreds. Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. I mean, it's the more things that we can think about besides the important stuff as a people, the longer it's going to take.
It's brainwashing.
Yes.
Well,
they know just how it is. They know just how to get you.
Mm.
What's the old saying? Put it in a book.
Facts.
So we won't
now,
get to
it. Ain't even got to be a book now. We just ain't even gonna Google it.
And that's what I'm saying. You know, back in the day, they say, "Well, put it in a book," because they're not gonna read it anyway. But now it's put it on TV, broadcast it. You know what I'm saying? And it's conditioning. You're conditioning every single day, and they're putting this poison, they're feeding it into your brain waves, you know, every single day. So it's repetition.
Program, like
TV programming. Yep. They programming you to do something.
Yep.
But you got to know how to play the game. So I can't say don't learn it because you won't be able to succeed without it.
You can't recognize. You got to be able to recognize. They say game recognize game.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
Right. You gotta know the game to recognize it.
You gotta know the game to recognize it. Yeah.
That's just unfortunately what things have come to, and hopefully it can get back. People will start getting land. I've seen a lot of people grouping together to be able to buy big plots of land and create their own towns. That's what I want to do. Make my own town. Yeah. All I need is 100,000 people, and then I can have my own governance. Just get a own rundown town somewhere. I don't even care if it's working or not. I can just hire people. You build your own house and we'll start here and we'll work it all the way down. And eventually we can have our own food, our own ecosystems. It's just got to be attached to water, you know, so we can run away if we need to. Because they, you know, once we get something, people will try to take it any means necessary. And that's where trusts come in. So grandma dies.
Rosewood all over again.
But that was my family too, because my family was part of the 300 Indians that stayed from the Trail of Tears. So the Trail of Tears came, all the Indians was fighting each other in this region. So they all told them to go to Oklahoma. So the same ones from North Carolina, Georgia, because, you know, the Cherokee capital is here in Georgia. We actually own the water. My family, Keene Water, Keen water, is a natural spring alkaline water here in, I think it's Cartersville, exit 313 on 75 North.
Okay.
And when I went there, as soon as you turn off, you're actually on the Trail of Tears Highway. And you actually pass the Cherokee Capitol. You pass Old Boy's house. And our water is like, you turn off on the dirt road, it's right there. So this spring is Cherokee land. So even here, all the way down is all the same. It's not the same people, it's the same. We call them Niji, N-I-I-J-I. That's like a race of people of all Black, brown, Mexicans. They are cousins. Native Americans, they are cousins. But they all come down to a brown woman. That's
Okay.
like the first. So the brown woman gives birth to all the nations that you hear. It's the same concept. But once all those people left, there was only 300 Indians that stayed. And that's like part of my family, part of the leftover Powhatans, the Saponis, the Blackfoots were all grouped together in one kind of tribe, even though we're not related. They just put us there.
Put you all together.
Mm-hmm.
Leave it to the government.
And they said if you're not one of these 4 recognized tribes, you can't even call yourself an Indian no more.
How you come to somebody else's house?
But see, my thing is, who
Come
gets
out
to
and then tell them
determine all
who
these
they are.
changes?
To answer that question, y'all know the answer because Big Brother's always listening. How y'all doing? I ain't trying to rub for no feathers.
Oh,
Please don't shoot me, Freaky Jason. Leave me alone. Somebody that ain't us, because they paper genocided our whole family. Our whole. We had a Wall Street, North Carolina too. They turned that down, and they rebuilt the Black Wall Street too. Most people don't know that they rebuilt it. They sued them, they won, and they rebuilt the Wall Street, and then I think they sold it. Yeah, Black Wall Street was bombed, and they sued them, and they won, and they rebuilt it, and I think they sold it again. They don't tell that part.
Wow.
But I would have sold it too, because you know it's gonna happen. The worst thing that happened to us as a people was segregation.
I say the same. I have always said the same thing.
Yep.
Because it was monetary segregation. They didn't segregate us as a people. They just segregated or desegregated our ability to be consumers to all products versus our own. Yeah. And then for some reason, we thought that products that weren't made by us were better.
Were better.
Yeah. When in fun,
and it's the opposite.
The ones that were probably stolen and then repatented, so they were still made by us in a different way.
Yes.
Right.
Yep.
I mean, that's just like what we were talking about a couple of weeks ago. We were talking about how they had the Aunt Jemima and the Uncle Ben's taking off the rice and the Aunt Jemima lady taking off the syrup and all these different things.
Leave Aunt Jemima on that syrup and stop killing us. How about that? Ain't nobody tripping on no syrup, but can we not get killed? Can we get the same
that was the
interest rate?
distraction.
Right. That was the distraction.
What happened to the Susan B. Anthony quarter or dollar? Wasn't that supposed to, or the somebody, not Susan B. Anthony?
No, she was on a dollar.
I got some. I got some in my bank.
I ain't seen now, not another one.
Yeah, it's been a minute. They've been in my bank for almost 20 years. So yeah, it's been a minute.
Not that one. It was the new one. It was coming out probably.
Oh yeah.
Harriet Tubman was supposed to have been on a bill or a coin or one of them.
Let me see.
You talking about the Harriet Tubman?
Wait, I got one. Let me see if that's Harriet on that thing. Let me go. I was playing Pokino with that money. Let me see. Wait a minute.
That's the gold dollar?
Yes, gold.
Yeah, this ain't Harriet. This is a man. I think this is George. This is Jorge. Jorge Washington.
On a dollar?
Yeah, this ain't. Yeah, it's a guy.
The only place I knew to get them was from the post office.
I got this from the toll road, probably.
Let me see.
She got the whole bag. If you got pennies, any penny before 1984, you want to keep them.
So who?
Oh, this is Thomas Jefferson. Oh mine, my gold coin. And
a
Statue of
dollar.
Liberty on the back.
So this one is James Madison. Wait,
Mhm.
can y'all see it? And it's $1. I got about 12 of these.
I
James
got
Madison.
Thomas.
And this one says what year? This was 1809 to 1809 to 1817.
You got to put them in a trust or something. So something
yeah,
happens to you.
You got
They
real.
they're in a big bank right now. I'm saving all this stuff for my granddaughter. All right.
But if you
Hold
put
on,
it
let
in
me
a
see.
trust, you can take loans out on that and keep it. That's like
Really?
The
when
value.
people's homes, like you put your
What you
homes
say
in a
the date
trust.
is on the penny?
I say in a penny, anything before 84, 1984 is a different type of penny than it is now. The ones
Okay,
before
so this one is
1984 is more copper.
1970. This one is 1970.
That's like more copper. It's like I want to say 90% copper versus the ones now are like zinc, and then it's got a little copper over the top.
Yeah, because see that. Look, here's the difference. Let me show you. This one is.
No, this is newer.
This one is
Oh, yeah,
2021. So this is the 2021 one.
Mm-hmm.
And this, let me go. Wait, this way.
Yeah.
This way. 20. This is 2021, and this is 1970.
And they weigh two different weights also.
Mhm.
Yeah.
The one on the 70 weighs more because it's more solid
So
copper.
there's more
So
copper.
technically, that one
Yeah,
from
this one is real
1970,
light.
that's
Yeah.
worth more than the penny
This one, the 1970.
because you got
Wait,
more
this
copper in that than it's almost, it's not pure copper, but it's almost pure copper versus the one in 2023
Wait a
is
minute.
not
Now
even.
you're gonna have me searching through my pennies and shit.
All you gotta do is just look for the dirty ones.
Trying to see
Look,
what you got.
the
Yeah,
dirty
you're
ones is
gonna have
blue.
me searching. I got a bunch of them in my. Oh, see, now you're gonna have me searching.
I still collect them. I'm gonna pick them pennies up.
They say find a penny, pick it up, and all day long you'll have good luck.
What would they say?
Pennies
Now
represent
this one
ancestors in form of fashion.
1985, and it still has that
That patina
copper,
kind of,
that dark copper look.
but it weighs less, so the consistency is more because it's after 84.
Yeah, it does. I don't know them other dollars.
What you
is
say
in
about
my
the pennies, Dennis?
Anything before 84 weighs more and it's more copper.
You said something.
Oh, it's a they represent the ancestor people. I got a video, I could send that, but it's a representation of like how they stole our land in the spread of colonialism, the spread of America. It tells a story when you look at those pennies because they start changing faces and they start flipping, and the stuff on the back is different. It tells a story with them. They're not just like, there's all kind of symbolism in all these coins, and we just look at it like, oh, it's 25 cents.
Right.
But it's giving energy to somebody, and if we don't
This
know,
one
it
is
ain't gonna be us.
1964.
Mhm.
Mine.
You got pennies with your birth date, your birth year, put them in your pocket.
Oh, I do have a silver dollar, Susan B. Anthony, with my birthday on it, and I found one quarter with my birthday on it. Was it the quarter? I think it was the quarter. Something.
You got them with
I know I
your
have
mom all them years. Any year that has like my sister, brother, father, mother, grandmama, I keep them and put them in a little separate jar.
Oh, see, now you're gonna have me go separating all this stuff.
It's easier to weigh it though. Just weigh it, because then you'll know.
Especially these, like these dollars. I think I have like 15 of these.
That's 15. That's $20 probably.
Yeah. Okay.
And you packed up and ready?
Let me go trust up my stuff. This my gambling money. This my Pokino money.
You know what?
That's why it's in the little bag. I went rob my little bank, and I didn't even know that dollar was in there because I threw the other ones back in there when I was trying to get my little quarters out. So I had to get my little money for Pokino.
I thought you was gonna say bingo.
No Pokino. I won $20 the other night, girl.
Ooh, $20 whole dollars, girl.
20 whole dollars.
What?
I don't know what we're gonna do with you.
$20
But
whole dollars, girl. You better.
yeah, we just, I don't know how we can change the history. We can't. As far as, and I mean, when I say change, I mean as far as making sure our kids know the real true history, and make sure they don't go to a school where that asshole in Florida have taken history out of the schools completely. So now the kids can't learn any history unless their families are teaching it to them.
We have to just learn it ourselves and teach it to them.
You just broke it. Sit it right here, man. Hurry up.
Uh-oh. Somebody about to get a whipping.
Rut roll, shouty.
Good night, Ice too. Still smells good.
Baby. Mm-mm.
They gave you the want.
Oh.
He's like,
wow. Oh my God. So yeah. Thank you for your knowledge and your education, because you taught me some things that I didn't know. So I definitely appreciate that.
Just Google and ask yourself why. If it makes sense, then it makes sense. If it doesn't make sense, figure out why it don't make sense. Because a lot of stuff they tell us don't make sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it doesn't.
And it's just kind of crazy. You just, really? That happened? Why? And then when you find out why, it was like, oh, that's why.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
And then figure out how it applies. But by all means, look at your people. I'm not going to ask the question of where you guys are from, because I know that there is something tagged to that. But if you find out that a lot of your people from way back when are from a certain area or a certain demographic, then you look at the oldest person, probably the 20s, 1920s is where you want to start, because that's the first census.
Excuse me.
And that 19, that's not the first census, but that's one of the first. And that's probably a more accurate representation of what they were. Mm-hmm. So I guarantee great grandma was not African American.
Right.
Great grandma was probably a I or an M, and that's Indian or mulatto.
Yep.
And mulattoes are what? Children of Indians. So if you birth from an Indian, you are your mama. That's just the whole name thing that people have changed to try to detach a group of people from a land so they don't think it's theirs. So now you got us. Yep. We're from over here, and I've spoken and worked with a lot of Africans, and they're like, you ain't our people either. They tell you we ain't the same people. Some of them in Africa are, some of them aren't. And then ask this question. If a person from South Africa comes to America, how come they still Caucasian? Why ain't they African American?
That's a good question.
If an African gets a driver's license, shouldn't that African person, if you're from Nigeria and you got a driver's license, why say Caucasian? Should say African American to me.
It should say African American.
It say African American.
Or African American. Because they call the white folks Afrikaans.
Well, maybe they're looking at it at a different way. Maybe they're looking at it as that they just live in Africa.
No, some of them were born. They're Afrikaans. They there.
But they right, but they're white. Born to a Caucasian family.
Yeah,
They're
they're
not
all
born
from.
to an African American family, statistically black.
Mhm.
But you're
So
assuming
who
that
came up with the
Caucasian is
name
a skin
African
color.
American? Let me look that up.
But
Say it again.
You're assuming Caucasian's a skin color. Caucasian's a class, not a skin color.
Right.
So you have people who are melanated that are classified as Caucasian.
Really?
Have you
I
ever
never
seen
knew
an
that.
African's driver's license?
No.
Go ask your bro. Hey man, let me see your license. What's it say?
Okay, now I'm gonna start asking.
It's not gonna say Nigerian because that's not even an option when you apply for a job, unless
Right.
it's an other, and they're not gonna put other on your driver's license.
So listen, this
So
says
they don't even consider them as being black.
Caucasian.
this says Jesse L. Jackson announced that black people preferred to be called African American, Jackson said.
This
To
nigga.
be called African American, huh?
Nothing. Nothing.
What y'all said? What did you say?
He said, "Nigga."
Okay, so it says Jackson said to be called
can't speak for
African
me.
American has cultural integrity. It puts us in our proper historical context. Every ethnic group in this country has a reference to some land base, some historical culture base.
Yeah, that don't mean it's in Africa.
No, so what I did, I put in who came up with the name African American for black,
Oh,
and
we
this
agree.
is what came up.
I know you're right.
Okay.
I know you're right from what you said, but that don't mean he right. And when is he? Well, how does he have a track record of speaking for every
I
melanated
was gonna
person?
say he can't speak for me.
Well, you know, at one point in time, he was one of the folks that they went to.
Right.
Representation.
They thought he was our representative.
But wasn't
Right.
he on
For all the
some?
black people.
He
Rainbow
was on that Boo
Coalition,
Boo Francais though. He
blah, blah,
wasn't.
blah.
He was not.
Listen to this. Listen to this. It says the movement led by Reverend Jesse Jackson to call blacks African American has met with both rousing approval and deep-seated skepticism in the debate that it is coming to symbolize the role and history of blacks in this country.
Mm-hmm.
So they saying he made it up.
He made it up. He made it up.
I mean, I can kind of see where he was coming from, but at the same time, like we have discussed, everybody ain't from Africa. Everybody with brown skin is not necessarily from there.
What about the so now if I'm from Haiti or from Jamaica or from the islands or if I'm a Puerto Rican, even if I'm Amigo, you know, like that you can't group everybody in the same
bucket.
That doesn't exist, even though we are the same. If you would classify a race of people, we're all kinfolk, so to speak.
Right.
But to be like, where's the scientific study that said that there ain't one? Because they ain't found your ancestor to be able to compare you to. So how you gonna know? Like if you look at a skull or the body structure skeleton of what we would consider African now and what we consider American or African American or somebody in this land, is two different skull structures. The whole skeleton is you could tell it's two different species of people.
Mm-hmm.
So before 1700, there were still all races, but so it was after 1700s that people came up with all these different names to classify these different races. And I'm saying that because I pulled up the thing for Caucasians. And it says white people are called Caucasian because Johanna Frederick Blumenbach, 1752 to 1840, and An influential German scholar in an upcoming German university chose the name on 11th of April 1795 in Göttingen, Lower Saxony, in what would become Germany.
Do they say he chose it that time? Do they say why he chose it? Because in my knowledge, he chose to be Caucasian because they came from the Caucasus Mountains.
Hold on.
From the mountains of Caucasus.
Don't stop. Why?
They came
Why
out
did
the
Johanna
cave.
Frederick name white people Caucasian? Hold on.
And Caucasian again is not a color.
Wait a minute.
You said it's a class.
It's a class.
So what class
So,
are they?
but then how do you determine a class? Because Caucasian people all got white skin.
Again, find you an African person and look at their driver's license. I've seen one and it said Caucasian.
But why?
What else? What would an African want to be called if they came to America? Nobody's gonna volunteer to be an African American if they got a choice.
They don't like us.
Period. But
African
I mean,
Americans,
they like us, but they don't like us.
they're trying to pinpoint to that to be a certain group of people.
Yeah.
And the whole point of that is if you moved from a place called Africa, like if you move from Germany to come here, you're not a German American, you're German unless you're still in touch with your German roots.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're African and there's a class called African American and you're living in America,
Okay.
you're not
So listen at
classified
this.
as African.
Listen at this, y'all. Identifying human races in terms of skin color, at least as one among several physiological characteristics, has been common since antiquity. Such divisions appeared in rabbinical literature and in early modern scholarship, usually dividing humankind into 4 or 5 categories, which color-based labels: red, yellow, black, and white, and sometimes brown. It was long recognized that the number of categories is arbitrary and subjective, and different ethnic groups were placed in different categories at different points in time. Francois Bernier, 1684, doubted the validity of using skin color as a racial characteristic, and Charles Darwin, 1871, emphasized the gradual differences between categories. Today, there is a broad agreement amongst scientists that typological conceptions of race have no scientific basis.
Color don't matter. Basically, color don't matter.
That's exactly what they're saying.
And you said redskins.
It says red,
Yeah.
yellow,
that's
black,
brown.
what I
and
thought
white,
about. Yeah.
and sometimes brown.
Sounds
And
like
then
all colors of
behind
the penny.
sometimes brown, it says that is the only one that has a failed verification. So the sometimes brown failed to verify the sometimes brown, but the other colors were verified: red, yellow, black, and white.
You got copper colored people and you got non-copper colored people.
Period.
Who?
Blue.
I mean, they all intermingle because at the end of the day, everybody is still slaves to the same thing. And if people can understand that we all have the same enemy and we're all slaves to the same exact thing, and everybody should just want to have an enjoyable time on this plane, because it doesn't matter what color you are, you're all slaves to time. Everybody.
So they're saying that in 1970, the term black replaced Negro.
Negro.
Of course,
And
because
before
Negro,
Negro, it was coloreds.
So they
connected
said
you to your people.
the Martinique-born French, Frantz Fanon, and African-American writers Langston Hughes, Maya Angelou, and Ralph Ellison, among others, wrote that negative symbolism surrounding the word black outnumber positive ones. They argued that the good versus bad dualism associated white and black unconsciously framed prejudice colloquialisms in the 1970s, the term black replaced Negro in the United States.
People don't even understand what black is.
Right, they don't. Because according to what I'm reading, they didn't really understand what the hell it was either. So how can they teach us about what it really is?
How somebody else gonna teach us about our own self?
Right. Well, I'm talking about our ancestors.
Well,
But they were only taught minimal too. So how can they teach us? All they knew really is their skin was different. And their skin didn't get them the privilege that a lighter skin did.
because whoever was in power needed that system to happen. They
Right.
needed that division to happen. Because if you look at the sun, we need every shade. So even look at the people on this call. People are different shades. People have different reactions to the sun, and that's different information. So if
Right.
you have somebody that has a darker hue, they can absorb more sun, meaning they can get more long-term information. Somebody with a medium hue can't be in the sun as long as somebody with a darker hue, so they get the medium information. And then the
Right.
fairer skin, the lighter ones, get the short-term information. So if you look at it at a data aspect, if you put all those people together, you got all pieces of the puzzle. But when you divide them, somebody knows, yeah, this is what we need to do, and I can tell how to do it. But then the person who puts it in action isn't connected because we don't have everybody together is all divided just because it's a different shade. I need people lighter than me and I need people darker than me because that puts the puzzle together.
Right.
If they disconnect that, then we're disconnected. Like you can't take action because you might not have all the steps.
Exactly.
It's all melanin and the lack of melanin. That's basically everything on this earth is a study of melanin.
Ha.
Yeah, I was just reading some other stuff. They were talking about albinos and albinism and how they were saying that in the 1930s Harlem slang, such gradations were described by tone scale of high yellow, high brown, Vaseline brown, seal brown, low brown, dark brown. And they say these terms were sometimes referred to in blues music, and both in the words in the song and in the names of the performers. So yeah,
that sounds like Willie Lynch.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's really you like who you like and you read energy. There's some energy of people who look like me that I don't like. There's some people energy who don't look like me that I do like. I just try to treat everybody the same. And if I don't like you, it's because of you, not your
not
color,
just
not your whatever. Because you need people who are different races and aspects. We're not meant to just be stuck with ourselves because there are other people out here. And you're never going to get ahead if you can't go to a different culture and be able to have resources there or friends there. You're cut off. You're going to be running around in circle, worried about buying Gucci belts versus trying to get some land.
Well, God rest her soul. My mom didn't like white folks, and it might be because she was born in that era of the desegregation. I mean, the segregation, and she can't drink from a fountain at a white person. She was in that, so she didn't really care for white folks.
Most people ain't even seen a real white person in America. Real white people are different. There's a different class between white people. So if you've only been around Americanized white people, you don't know that if you go to a different country, those white people treat you different. So it's not.
They probably do. They probably do.
It's not the color, it's the mentality more than the color of her skin. Because in Germany, they cool.
Yeah. Yeah. And they probably are. But again, when you're subjected to what you know and only what you know and what you've seen and what you had to incur and what you had to deal with, then the way you react and the way you respond to things is because of that environment.
Absolutely. And you don't talk to other people who have had different experience to know, like, dang, maybe there could be something. Maybe you
Yeah.
live in a different country, or you live in this city and that city. Maybe it could be something.
Right.
Yeah, it could be.
But I'm about to walk my son home
Well, we
to
thank
his.
you. We thank you for joining us. We'll have to have you back another time.
Absolutely.
Before you go, please just tell everybody really quickly how they can get your wine. Give them all your social medias and all that stuff, and how they can reach out to you.
You can find me at Sip South, SIPSOUTH. That's pretty much on Facebook, Grams. You can get me on Facebook, on the Instagram, and my phone number and emails all there. We're active on there, so you can order on that website. Order on that platform, or go to sipandShareWines.com. SipandShareWines.com.
All right. Well, we're going to place that in the comments too, so people can know how to reach you and how to reach out to you. And again, for everybody that watched tonight, if you guys can tell us where myself, Nisa, and Kiki, Bayou Diva, Lady K, and Kiki are from, the first person that can answer that question, you will win a free bottle of Sip South. And I think I'm gonna do Abundance, because I want to invite Abundance into whoever wins this bottle life. So thanks, Dennis. We appreciate you so much, and thank you for being the exclusive sponsor for the Ladies Den. And take care, and we will talk to you soon.
See you
I'll
next
see y'all on the
week.
9th. Yep, on the
See you
9th.
next
I
week,
gotta
bruh.
get that toothbrush on my J's.
Okay.
Right.
All right. Have a
Later.
good one.
Bye-bye.
All right.
So again, if anybody, everybody that tuned in tonight, if you can tell us where we're all from, the first person who tells us where we're all from, you will win a free bottle of Abundance wine from Sip South. It is vegan, all vegan. It is very good. This Abundance is really good. I'm probably gonna drink this whole bottle tonight, because I need a lot of abundance in my life.
I sure had to meet up with him like I was supposed to, so I could have my bottle of wine.
I need that abundance in my life. But as always, we thank you guys for tuning into the Ladies Den. Every week we try to feature a different wine, a different beverage, a different drink. Next week we will be doing water. I have some water. I need to get you. I'm gonna bring y'all some water tomorrow.
Yes.
I'm gonna bring y'all some water tomorrow, so we can have it for next week, and we can talk about it from Dwayne. But if you have a beverage, a drink, alcohol, wine, we prefer the wine. But if you got some lemonade, some iced tea, some water, some sodas, some whatever, I don't drink sodas. The girls would have to do that. Well, I was sipping a little bit tonight. That's why I stopped, because it's nasty. But the girls would have to, other ladies would have to try that for you. But any beverage we will feature on the show. We will talk about it, give our reviews, and we'll possibly buy a bottle to give away to our viewers. So, you ladies got any other questions, comments, or any last minute, anything y'all got coming up?
This weekend, starting actually tomorrow, kicks off ATL's Hottest with the gala, the fashion part of it. And then you have Saturday, which is the Bosses and Bossettas award show, gala, I'm sorry.
Saturday, okay.
And then ATL's Hottest finale on Sunday, of which I am a finalist on both Saturday and Sunday. So, it's a blessing to be nominated. So even if I don't win, I always win. Even when I don't win, I win. So,
man,
you
better sell it, baby. You better sell it. You better.
If you have not got your tickets yet, we'll also drop those.
Go ahead.
Links.
Go ahead.
We'll also drop those links in the comments. So you all get your tickets and come out for this this busy weekend. Oh, there's also I think that's it. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. That's it for me.
Well, I know,
yeah. Lisa K.
Well, I'm going to be at the ATL Hottest kickoff party tomorrow night. Unfortunately, I was nominated for something and I didn't know because I never received an official announcement. So me and Brian will be having a talk tomorrow. But how I found out I was nominated because one of my friends was on voting for people and she saw my name and she's like, "Why you didn't tell me?" I was like, "Tell you what, I ain't even know. I had no idea I was nominated, but I am. So whether I was nominated or not, I was still going to go out tomorrow night and support my sisters and some of my brothers who have been nominated for certain things. So ATL Hottest kickoff party tomorrow, Franklin Gateway. I don't remember the numbers. Colorful Creation Studio.
11:48.
Yeah, 11:48.
1148 Colorful Creation Studio. You can look it up, but it's 1148 Franklin Gateway. It is from 8:30 p.m. to 12 a.m. tomorrow night. Dress in your best and come and show out and have a good time and enjoy a good show. Don't know what's going on, but I'm gonna be right there. And I hope they have some food because I'm gonna be hungry.
Yes, so I say food, fun, and fashion.
Yeah.
Food, fun, and
Same
fashion.
story for me. I didn't realize I was nominated until I went to go vote for other people, and there was my name. So anyway, I will be at
Right.
We will be there.
I will be there
right.
at the meet and greet Friday, and then I got a chair and a table for is it Sunday,
yeah.
So I'll be there too.
And then the prom kicks off next
and
Saturday.
then the prom kicks off.
Yes, I can't wait for that. I
Back
can't
in
wait for that.
town, just in time to go
time.
to prom. Lord Jesus.
Yes. I hate that I'm gonna miss y'all on Sunday, but I just
Yeah.
So what I decided to do was not do a second part. We just gonna have a pajama party.
Okay.
Because because everybody had homework to do. So I really, it just wasn't sitting right in my spirit.
Yeah.
To just move along without everybody because we all had homework to do. So we just gonna have a little pajama jam or whatever it is, and we just gonna have a good time. So it's still 9 of us that's showing up. So we gonna have. I got plenty of games. I got plenty of good gifts to give away. So we gonna have a good time.
Now is y'all sleeping over? Cause so y'all having a slumber party, sleep over?
Yes, pretty much.
Okay.
Pretty much. Yeah. So it's gonna be a really good time.
I drove out there in my pajamas. I was staying. I was not.
And it's okay. You're welcome to, baby.
Absolutely.
We got the room. Yeah, we got the room. It's okay. It's all good. Yep. Some of them are staying.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we're gonna have a good time. I hope you guys have a good time at the gala. I doubt if I win, but if I do win, I'm gonna need one of y'all to go get that little award for me.
If I win, your honor.
Wait, let me retract that. When I win, I'm gonna need one of my sisters to go and accept that award on my behalf.
Absolutely.
I got you.
But I am so excited about the prom. Oh my God, I'm so excited. I'm ready. I'm ready to boogie. I'm ready to get it in. Hey. Ageless Beauty Adult Prom Sneaker Edition. I am loving Tina Bridges for doing the sneaker edition. Lord, I ain't got to put no heels on. Jesus, I can put some tennis shoes on and just go and dance the night away.
Yes.
So excited about that. Can't wait to do that. She does it every year. I brought tickets 3-4 years in a row and never went. So I'm going this year for sure.
Yep, it's the 7th year.
Yeah. So excited. But y'all, that is it for the ladies then tonight. Next week, I don't know. Jessica, she's an author. She just started a makeup line, so we're gonna have her on next week. The following week, I'm not sure. Then the following week, we are going to do a live show. December 14th. So yep, that's 2 weeks. Yep. So 2 weeks, December 14th, we will be doing a live show. We will have, I mean, we're live, but we're going to have a live performance. Let me say that.
Mhm.
Let me retract that. Yeah. We're going to have a live performance on the 14th because
Okay.
we're always live. We
Mhm.
don't do no pre-recorded shows.
None.
We are uncut, uncensored, and we just have a good old goddamn time on our show. So if there is any topic you want to talk about, if there's anything you want to talk about, you can easily and always become a guest. You can email us at theladiesden23@gmail.com. But
Mhm.
also, don't forget to go follow us on all of our social media: Facebook, The Ladies Den, Instagram, The Ladies Den 2023, and go subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Ladies Den Podcast.
Yes.
We'll see you guys next
Lady
week.
K,
Thanks for
are you
tuning
ready?
in.
know she ready.
Kiki, are you ready? Bayou Diva, let them know that you're ready. It's Thursday night, they at it again. You got it locked into the ladies den. It's Lady K, Kiki too, plus the Bayou Diva. You know how they do. From breaking news to favorite foods. She was popping in the city, hot topics too. Advice for your issues if you need to grab a tissue. Just wait till a break, they may say something that'll fit you. Amazing guests live on set. You can laugh to your heart's content. They appreciate the love cause it's truly a blessing. My name's Saga Boss and I approve this message.
Ain't no room for hating. Enjoy the entertainment. You are locked in to the ladies' den. So there's no confusion. They love what they do. You are locked in to the ladies' den.
The Ladies Den, Thursday nights, 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tell them Saga sent you.